Hi beautiful, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys from beginning to end how I got this color on this unit. I did dye this hair myself. It was originally a 613 unit, and it was sent to me by lYolissa Hair, and they are sponsoring today's video, so thank you to them. This color is not what I thought it was going to be, but I'm feeling very sexy, so like, does it really matter? I don't know. If you like what you see, be sure to keep on watching, and we can get on into it. So we can go ahead and hop in on this. This is all the materials you're going to need to get this style. So I got 3 light browns from Ion's permanent dye. I've got a dark blonde and also a light golden blonde, and all of this will be linked down below. I also have a big fat ass bottle of 20 volume developer because you need a 1-to-1 ratio of the 20 volume developer with the color, and also some gloves. And now I'm going to go ahead and Vaseline up my lace just to ensure that I don't get no dye on there, because the worst thing ever is finishing up your look and your dye is seeped into your lace. It's the worst. So I went ahead and sped it up so you don't gotta watch me, do this in slow motion, because it's moving like molasses, to be real. I'm smoothing it down with this useful edge brush, and I'm just trying to make sure I don't get too much into the hair because it's going to be a mess to, wash later on. But I have some tips for that in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on to the cap, but now I'm going to just, secure it with the pins I have. And I don't recommend using T-pins. I recommend using like ball pins like these because the lace can get stuck to your T-pin. So I love these pins instead of T-pins. I recommend them 100%. I got my little front piece section off, about the same size. I also have my my frontal sectioned off, and I have 6 sections in the back. And I really went back and watched my old Beyonce hair inspired dye job, and I saw that my sections were way too big, so I wanted to make sure that my sections were really small. So there's the proof of that there. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the end of the dye off because it's so much easier that way. Like squeezing it through the little hole is just not the tea. It's not. So I went ahead and squeezed it out the bottom. I squeezed it out the bottom and it flopped on down like that. I went and got the rest of it, best believe. And I am doing, like I said, a 1-to-1 ratio of the developer, so that's 2 ounces, and I'm going to use my other cup to measure that, as you will see here soon. I got this 20 volume, and I love this ion developer because it smells very good. I can't lie, it smells very divine. Zoom in on that, and I'm going to go ahead and get I think I had 3 things of them, so I'm going to do 6 ounces of developer, and then I am going to mix that up with a knife, but I do recommend using a mixing brush, like a relaxer brush, the dye brush, whatever brush you call it. Use that instead. It took me too long to be doing this with this little knife. You feel me? I only got one little brush. Should I have took the trip back to Sally's to give me another brush? Maybe, but did I? No, but I'm using this wet line container for the dark brown, which is there, and then I got the dark blonde right there, and then I have the light blonde right there. And now I have a towel because you're going to need a towel. You're going to need, what is the shirt? I'm lying like shit. That's a shirt. You're going to need the shirt to wipe your hands off in between rounds so that you can use your hands to like blend the dye so it's not no harsh lines. Like I said, really small sections because I don't want to see none of this blonde when I'm wrapped up. If it like peeks through the dark brown, like it's not going to look right. Like I had said, also, I did drop like a drop or 2 of black dye into the light brown because I should have gotten like a medium brown even. But I think the 2 drops of black dye into it really like made it the right shade. So just making sure I'm getting it all saturated. Color needs to be packed on for it to show up. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm just making sure that everything is nice and saturated and as it should be, combing it through. This is nowhere near as saturated as it's going to get, but I'm just going to make sure as I'm going that it's no harsh lines. Go and hit that back of it because we need to hit the back of it. Can't have none of that blonde peeking through. I'm really like after I blow dried it and it's fully dry. The top was a little wet actually, but the bottom of it was fully dry. And I was ready to get to curling at this point, so that's what I had did. That's the good side with the money piece that I should have done it like on the other side, but I didn't. So here's the good side. Look at that, boom. And now I done already curled the bottom half. I didn't want too many curls. I didn't want it to be a big deal, so I only split the hair in the back in 2 sections, and then I have like 8 total curls on each section. So like 14 curls. It doesn't even matter. Just curl the hair how you want. I'm using this Ion Silk Drops. Y'all know how I feel about these. They my holy grail. I fuck with them heavy. They're necessary to me in every single style, even with my natural hair. Throwing that on there, making sure everything is everywhere, making sure it's all covered. Saturate. I didn't say make sure everything is covered a lot of times. I hope that's the only takeaway you get out of this. The hair is looking real good. Like, I'm liking it actually. It's definitely not what I wanted to do. But I think next time I should be more intentional and like if I want to look another way, then like it's in my hand. So I'm glad I got the practice even. So even if it's not exactly what I had thought it was gonna be, it's fine. But this little contraption right here is a hot brush. It's a hot comb, but it's a hot brush. And I just thought, like, I hate, straightening the hair before I curl it. I usually just curl it. But I wanted the hair to be a little bit straighter. So my friend, I got the plug at Sally's. She got me this, That's how I got the hair dyes for the low. Shout out to my plug. But it added a nice little luster and got it real, shiny and prepped for the curling iron. And I did this one a different way, and I really liked it instead. So this is the way I chose to do it instead for the rest of the pieces. But, I'm going to link this down below. I liked it. It seemed like it would be nice if you got like a silk press or like a sew-in. And you just want to like do your leave out real like lightly but not too heavy. I feel like that would be nice for that. It seemed like a useful tool. So, I'm glad that she got that for me because I probably would have looked at that and been like, I do not need that. But now that, I got it as a gift, it was pretty fun. I'm going to use this Aussie hairspray. Don't recommend this. I had no clue where my Sebastian Shaper Plus was. It was hiding from me or something. Because I was looking for it and it was in dire need of it. And it was ducking me, dodging me. Had no clue where that was. But, I combed it through like it was Sebastian anyway. And now I'm going to go ahead and curl inward. I wanted my curls to go inward to my face. So that's what I did on both sides. I try not to show you guys too much, unnecessary footage, but somehow, some way, this video is still 26 minutes long. I promise I only try to show y'all what was very important and what I thought was necessary to you getting the same style. But, I think, if you got a good view of the curl, you can see how to curl that on the whole entire head. That's how I feel about it. So I try not to show you guys too much of that because I don't want to bore you, I don't want you to keep watching the video because we didn't even get to the install portion. So I'm going to clip that away and show you guys the full, look of it. I did curl my curls inward at the frontal area like I was saying. And that was what I had going on. I'm really pleased with everything so far. And at this point, I was ready to install. I wanted the wig on my head immediately. So that's what had to happen. I don't know why I had to show you guys twice, but here it is twice. Here's the wig. I added a little bit of this even tinted lace spray, and then I blow dried it on a cool setting so I could, settle down. Threw that bad boy on. It was feeling a little snug on my head at this point, so I knew I had to, do some surgery on it. So I was prepared to do so. I went ahead and took out my side curls so that I could get my ear tabs cut first before I got to, gluing it down. Like I said, I've been doing a little curved motion instead of a straight shot back, and I think that's really been nice for my installs. So I'm really enjoying doing that, and here's what that's looking like, if you can see. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that like that, like so. And when that gets cut, it's time to razor off the rest. And now I'm going to do my sections. And like I said, this wig is a little snug. And I am using the bow hold gel. So I went ahead and did 4 sections instead so that I can make sure that it would be easier than just doing the 3. I felt like it made sense at the time. So that's what I did. And then I did this bow hold. And I read the instructions again because every time I don't read the instructions, I do it wrong. So I had to make sure I read them. The instructions said to do a little bit, make it thin. And then I went ahead and changed my blow dryer from cool to warm. I unlocked it from cool, and then I put the lace down on top, and then this is what the directions say. I'm telling you verbatim. And then after I push it down, I went ahead and blow dried it on a warm setting. And then I went ahead and brushed it, combed it back in there, and I think that stuck it down a little bit. But you know, me and gels really don't get along. I'm really a spray type of girl. The sprays are easy. They're easy. I'm a spray kind of girl, but I do enjoy the boho because my wig is very laid right now. I cannot hold you. The wig is melted. The wig is giving scalp, but you'll see that in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and hit these other sides on the other side. I'm gonna let you watch. At this point, it's time to razor off the lace, and you know how I like to do it. I like to do it in a zigzaggy motion so that, you know, when somebody's looking at you from afar, they can't see your lace, you know, completely. Sometimes when it's a straight line, it's like, that's a lace wig. But, spraying a little bit of that even, spray. I don't use the whole bottle. That's a 10 out of 10 recommend for me. You know, click the link in the description box to get you a bottle of that, my affiliate link, because I recommend it. It's real great. I'm using the end of this little edge brush because I think it's really useful. And I'm going to use this on a cool setting instead, and you know, make sure that's nice and dry down, and then I'll move on to the next sections like so. You know, zooming through that, get it on the back of my comb, plop it on there. That's the way it go. Wrapping that up here shortly. Scarf is on, and now we can move on to going ahead and taking out these curls while the hair is sitting underneath the scarf. I was getting excited at this point. The curls was curling, and I'm like, this is what I signed up for. You know, this is what I came here to do. The only reason I came here is to see these damn curls. Some more silk. Love the silk. A little bit on the hands, mix it all throughout. You know, I'm just gonna comb my hair out with my fingers. You know, nice finger comb ain't never did me wrong. You know, until they do you wrong. You know the kind of curls you're not supposed to finger curl. You know, there's some you cannot do this to, but these curls are very much finger curl ready. And I'm going to give you guys a view from the back as well. Now it's hot comb time. You know I couldn't leave the house with my hair looking this big. You know, I love some voluminous hair, voluminous. Well, I don't know which version of that is the right version, but either way, this shit got to get hot combed down because it's just too much for me personally. So I went ahead and adjusted my middle part, and I cannot let y'all sit through me hot combing this for 5 minutes. I won't even do that to y'all. So I went ahead and shrunk it down like this. So here's that. I'm adjusting it crazy. Gonna go ahead and start doing these baby hairs. Finally, it's baby hair time. It's my favorite time. Part of me really wants to go back and, you know, try to follow an old install I did. I think that'd be a good video, but I just never have the time. Every time I do my hair, it's like I want it to look like how I do it now, you know? And that's my problem. But I'm gonna go ahead and hot comb that back, hot comb that forward. You know, get this piece separated, get this hair on my face because that was doing entirely too much. Y'all know I can't stare at no hair in my face. And then I went ahead and got my sideburn out, hot combed that down. And at some point in this process, I did burn my forehead. I think I edited it out, but I definitely did, but had burned my forehead. I did that. Razoring this at an angle because y'all know how I feel about them straight across baby hairs. I ain't even gonna say nothing else about it. Get my little, you know, bedhead flat iron, curling iron, the 1 inch. Not the 1 inch, the ½ inch. Boom, little curl there. Here a curl, there a curl, everywhere a curl. Then I'm gonna go ahead and comb it out. Let's get it combed out. Let's get it looking, you know, laid how I like to lay it out. And y'all know how long it takes me to do my baby hair, so I ain't even gonna talk your ear off no more. I'm gonna use this edge booster. I'm gonna use this edge fixer. I'm gonna use a little bit at a time, a little bit at the base of it, and comb that bad boy out. And until it look good, I ain't gonna stop combing. So that's that. At this point, once my eye sockets are tearing up, they are done, and now I can move on to just, I don't know what it was about this side of my hair, but it just wasn't laying right. And the more I curled it, the more it just wasn't laying right. I don't know if I don't know. Sometimes that one side just don't be the one. I think that one side just wasn't the one, because I did a lot of touching up to this to fix it up. But, it's not a JaLeah video if I don't keep touching it up. When you think my hair is done, you think I got nothing else to touch, I have something else to touch, I'm going to touch it. And that's what I'm doing now. I got this shower comb. I'm just going to comb it out with this wide tooth comb. And it was looking really good. I was liking it. I was liking it a lot. But then it was that one piece. So I was like, I gotta fix it. So I tried to fix it. And then I was like, that's not it. So I had to, pre-curl the whole section. And it still wasn't it. And then at that point, I'm like, I curl it again. And then it was like, I ain't gonna touch it no more. So here's me accepting my fate and my skims. I'm not naked, YouTube, I promise. Yep, that's what my hair is looking like. Enjoying it. Here's what it's looking like from the side, from the back. I'm gonna give you guys another view in just here in a moment, but here's what it's looking like for now. I'm very pleased, and it's looking so good. My hands are running through it so easily. Like, it looks so shiny, so beautiful, very nice. Add a little bit of concealer to the part. This right here, man, change the whole dynamic of the unit. It's giving hair. It's giving my hair. Look at that. I turned to you and it was my hair. I went ahead and, pushed that out a little bit with my finger so it wouldn't be as, harsh. But it's looking real succulent, real sexy. Look at this sideburn. Look at this baby hair. Look at me. Look at this color. I like that one side of the highlight money piece, but I don't like that other side. And, that's okay, because ain't nobody gonna beat my ass about it. But here's what I'm looking like. Real good, real beautiful, real fine. Here's the back of it. I slowed it down for you so you can see it. That's the color job I did on this unit. I'm really proud of myself, and like I said, I repeated the same steps on the bottom that I did on the top, and now I gotta have real JaLeah come in here and talk to you about it, because she's looking very good. So that is it for today's video. I'm all wrapped up, and I'm loving the color. It's not what I thought it was going to be, but am I mad about it? Like, no. Will I do better next time? Yes. Hair withstood through everything, so that is real nice. I remember last time I did this video where I did the same colors for the Beyonce hair video. It's still like, I don't know if this Beyonce hair no more. But for the Beyonce hair video, I was like, it's plastic in this. It's no plastic in this. I didn't come across a singular strand of plastic. So, I think I shouldn't have in the first place, but that's worth noting, I feel like. I got my titties out. I got blonde hair. Maybe I am Beyonce, like, who knows. But that's all for this video. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and be sure to check the description box for all the hair information. Again, thank you to lYolissa Hair for sponsoring today's video. And if you want to know what products I use, be sure to click the links down below, and they're all right there, I promise. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, beautiful.